The gray, choppy waters of the Bering Sea churned with tension. Off Alaska's Aleutian Islands, a U.S. Coast Guard cutter, the Kimball, was on patrol. Suddenly its radar lit up. 7 ships, 2 Chinese and 5 Russian moving in formation. They weren't just passing through, they were operating together. A bold show of cooperation between America's chief rivals, right in America's backyard. The Kimball shadowed the fleet, a lone guardian in a vast cold sea. This wasn't a Cold War movie. This was now. The Arctic, once a frozen afterthought, is now a stage for global power competition. The ice is melting, uncovering new opportunities and new risks. The standoff near Alaska was a dramatic signal. The race for the Arctic has begun, and America is in the middle of it. The presence of Chinese and Russian warships so close to U.S. territory was unprecedented, a direct challenge to American influence. This isn't just about territorial waters. It's about the future of global trade, resources, and military positioning. Moscow and Beijing's message was clear. The Arctic is open for business, and they intend to be major players. Alaska, the gateway to this new frontier, is now the front line. The incident ended without confrontation, but the memory lingers, a stark reminder of a new geopolitical reality. The world's great powers are turning their eyes northward, building icebreakers, establishing bases, and mapping new shipping routes. Alaska, with its immense coastline and strategic location, is no longer an isolated outpost. It's the cornerstone of America's Arctic strategy. The world is changing, and Alaska is at the center of that change. The Arctic's transformation is rapid and relentless. The U.S. must adapt or risk being left behind. The stakes are high: security, prosperity, and influence in a new era. The Arctic is no longer a distant concern, it's a pressing reality. America's rivals are moving fast. Alaska's role has never been more critical. The future of the Arctic is being decided now, and Alaska is where that future begins. For most of its history, Alaska was seen as a remote wilderness, a buffer, a resource, but rarely the centerpiece. That's changing fast. Today, military planners and diplomats see Alaska as America's most strategic state. Geography is destiny, and Alaska's geography is more important than ever. As the Arctic Ocean becomes navigable, Alaska's position at the crossroads of North America, Asia, and Europe is undeniable. It's the only U.S. state bordering the Arctic Ocean, a central hub for new global activities. This new era isn't just about military might, it's about economic influence, resources, and infrastructure. Russia is reopening northern bases. China, calling itself a near-Arctic state, is investing in icebreakers and research. Both see the Arctic's immense potential. For the U.S., Alaska is the platform to project power and protect interests. The Arctic holds a significant share of the world's undiscovered oil, gas, and rare earth minerals. As these resources become accessible, competition will intensify. Alaska gives the U.S. a powerful claim in this race. Without it, America would be a distant observer. With it, the U.S. is an Arctic superpower. The stakes are high, and Alaska is America's seat at the Arctic table. The state's importance is only growing. The world is watching. Alaska is ready to shape the future of the Arctic. Imagine ships from Shanghai to Hamburg saving 2 weeks by sailing the northern sea route along Russia's Arctic coast. As the ice melts, these routes, and the Northwest Passage, are becoming viable, transforming global trade. Alaska's ports could become vital refueling and service stops. The melting ice is also revealing vast resources: oil, gas, minerals, and rare earth elements. The nation that accesses these resources will have a major edge. The Arctic is shifting from frozen desert to economic frontier. Countries are scrambling to map the seabed, stake claims, and develop technology for this harsh environment. For Alaska, this is an unprecedented opportunity: energy, jobs, and investment. But the risks are real. Fragile ecosystems, catastrophic oil spills, and threats to indigenous communities. Increased shipping brings pollution and disruption. The race for resources could escalate into conflict if not managed carefully. The promise of riches is real, but so are the dangers. Alaska stands at the front lines, balancing opportunity and responsibility. The world is watching how it navigates this new era. The stakes have never been higher. In 1867, the U.S. bought Alaska from Russia for $7.2 million, a deal mocked as Seward's folly, but history proved its worth. The Klondike Gold Rush turned Alaska into a treasure chest. World War II brought the threat of invasion to its shores, making Alaska a critical defensive perimeter. The Cold War transformed it into America's polar shield, bristling with radar and fighter jets. Alaska's resources and military value have only grown. Each era, Gold Rush, World Wars, Cold War, added layers to its importance. Today, those layers converge as the Arctic opens up. Alaska's resource wealth is magnified by global demand. Its military significance is being redefined in a new era of great power competition. What was once dismissed as a frozen wasteland is now a strategic cornerstone. Alaska's past has shaped its present, and its future is more vital than ever. The state's legacy is one of transformation and resilience. Now, with the Arctic in flux, Alaska's value is undeniable. America's indispensable state stands ready for its next chapter. The world is finally catching up to what Alaska has always been: essential. The discovery of oil at Prudhoe Bay in 1968 changed Alaska forever. The Trans-Alaska Pipeline, an engineering marvel, became the state's economic lifeline. Oil revenues funded schools, infrastructure, and annual dividends for residents. Alaska became a domestic energy giant, reducing America's dependence on imports. The Cold War made its oil infrastructure a strategic asset, protected by a strong military presence. Today, oil production has declined, but Alaska remains vital to U.S. energy security. Debates rage over new drilling, balancing energy needs with environmental protection. Military bases and energy infrastructure have grown together, intertwining national and energy security. This legacy is the foundation for Alaska's expanding Arctic role. The state's dual identity, energy powerhouse and military fortress, remains central. As the Arctic opens, Alaska's strategic value only increases. The world's eyes are on its resources and resilience. Alaska's energy story is far from over. The Arctic is crowded, and America's rivals are moving fast. Russia, with the world's longest Arctic coastline, is reopening bases, deploying troops, and building nuclear icebreakers. Its goals: control the northern sea route and dominate Arctic energy resources. China, calling itself a near-Arctic state, is investing in infrastructure, research, and icebreakers. Its interests are economic now, but a military presence may follow. The U.S. lags behind. Few icebreakers, aging infrastructure. The Bering Sea standoff was a wake-up call. The race for the Arctic is on, and the U.S. is playing catch-up. Alaska is the platform for America's response. The region's future balance of power is at stake. The time to act is now. On a globe, Alaska is at the center, linking North America and Asia, overlooking the Arctic Ocean. This unique position is its greatest asset for defense and commerce. Alaska is home to advanced military assets, F-22s, F-35s, and missile defense systems. Its bases allow rapid response across the northern hemisphere. Alaska is America's first line of defense against missile threats. Its location is now an economic advantage too. As Arctic shipping grows, Alaska's ports could become crucial hubs. The state is a natural bridge between Asia, Europe, and North America. Geography makes Alaska a military fortress and a commercial gateway. The world's trade and security routes are shifting north. Alaska is ready to meet the challenge. Its strategic value is unmatched. The top of the world is now the center of the action. The Arctic's promise comes with profound challenges. Climate change is warming Alaska twice as fast as the rest of the U.S., threatening infrastructure and communities. Indigenous peoples, whose cultures are tied to the land, face disruption from melting ice and shifting wildlife. Economic opportunity brings risk pollution, habitat loss, and threats to traditional ways of life. Balancing security, growth, and environmental protection is complex. Indigenous voices are vital in shaping Alaska's future. Collaboration, science, and respect for tradition are essential. The path forward demands careful planning and resilience. Alaska's future is about more than bases or oil. It's about people and the planet. The world is watching how Alaska leads. Alaska is no longer a distant outpost. It's a strategic anchor in a changing world. Melting ice, global competition, and economic opportunity have thrust it to the center of U.S. strategy. Decisions made now will ripple for decades. The U.S. is waking up new Arctic strategies. More icebreakers, upgraded bases, and stronger alliances. Alaska's military presence is growing, and new ports are planned. Scientific research is ramping up to understand the changing environment. Allies look to America for leadership. Rivals test its resolve. The Bering Sea standoff was just the beginning. As the Arctic becomes more contested, Alaska's role will only grow. What was once Seward's folly is now a priceless asset. Alaska is America's indispensable Arctic anchor. The future of the Arctic is being written now. And Alaska holds the pen.